paranormal investigators are probing into claims that a UFO crashed to Earth after being shot down by a secret US space weapon. The striking images were sent in to analysts after a couple watched the crash from their back garden. In an anonymous statement to the Mutual UFO Network, MUFON, which investigates such sightings, they said yesterday, on February 1st, I was out on the back porch when my husband pointed out what looked to me like a jet at first. It was a quick presumption on my part, and due to the cloud-like trails it was leaving behind. But with a bit more observation it became obvious that it was not. It was moving far too slow to be a jet, and was falling toward the ground. Looking through the binoculars, I could see two bright orbs of light at the leading edge which seemed to separate slightly from one another. The descent was far slower than I imagined gravity would bring a solid object down. It took at least 5 minutes to get from mid-sky to where I could no longer see it behind the trees. Scott C. Waring, who runs the website UFO Sightings Daily, said, "The UFO seems to have lost control, and was crashing to Earth somewhere in the forest hills of British Columbia. The fact that it descended slowly rules out a meteor. The fact that it's perfectly shaped like a disc rules out a jet, rocket or satellite. So, all we have left is an alien craft falling to Earth as if it's been attacked, possibly shot down with the old Ronald Reagan Star Wars satellites which have missiles on them to attack." The Reagan Star Wars program was a plan to have weapons in space that could shoot down a nuclear bomb fired at the United States, but it never got off the ground. However, conspiracy theorists like Mr. Waring claim it did, and it was actually a cover-up for firing it at invading aliens. However, it seems as though the woman was right in her initial assumption.